Washington legislature will create WSU's next budget for the next 2 years.
And how the COVID-19 era is slowly coming to an end. Next on Murrow News 8.
From the Northwest Public Broadcasting Studios on the campus of Washington State University, this is Murrow News 8.
Good evening, I'm Catherine Rowley.
And I'm Emmett Savoras. Welcome to Murrow News 8.
WSU has submitted its budget request for the state's 2-year spending plan. The university has asked the state to fund pay raises worth 7% for the next 2 years. The administration is asking for $34.5 million to fund the pay hikes. WSU is also requesting that the state fully pay for raises for civil service employees to keep them in line with wages earned by other state workers. WSU's top construction budget requests for $40 million from the state to pay for half of the new Voling College of Engineering and Architecture building in Pullman.
Washington State Governor Jay Inslee announced that the COVID-19 state of emergency will be lifted on October 31st after being in place since February 29th of 2020. The Whitman County Public Health Department has reported 106 cases per 100,000 in the last week, but that rate has been falling. According to a statement released by the governor, nearly 3/4 of his 85 COVID-19 emergency orders have been lifted. An additional 13 emergency healthcare-related orders will be lifted on October 27th, before the remaining 10, including the state of emergency, will be lifted on Halloween. A team of researchers in WSU's Paul G. Allen School for Global Health found that spike proteins found in a newly found virus can infect human cells. The virus, called COSTA-2, was recently discovered in a Russian bat and has been found to be resistant to the COVID-19 vaccine.
WSU and Pullman Regional are planning to hold a ceremony to celebrate the new and developing family medicine residency program. The ceremony will take place at 4 p.m. today at Pullman Regional, complete with a ribbon-cutting ceremony and tours of the hospital. This will also mark the hospital's first open house event since the start of the pandemic.
Rankings released by Texas Christian University says that WSU's Carson College of Business is ranked 10th overall in entrepreneurship research. Rob Crossler, chair of the Department of Management, Information Systems, and Entrepreneurship, says that Carson College Business is committed to the furthering of knowledge in the field of entrepreneurship, and this ranking reflects the important work of our faculty.
And just like our fight song says, we are the best in the West. According to University HQ, WSU's College of Education Special Education program has been ranked at the best of the Pacific Northwest. Factors include costs, competitive administration, retention, graduation timeframe, and expected salary. WSU came in 22nd nationally. The University of Arizona and Arizona State trailed behind.
The Northside Cafe implemented mobile ordering earlier this year with the Get app at its Big Cat Grill. The Daily Evergreen reports that the app has provided more options for students, including scheduling a specific time for their food to be ready when dealing with a tight schedule.
A research team at WSU has identified 8 different proteins and bears that regulate insulin activity. In an interview with WSU Insider, researcher Joanna Kelly said these 8 proteins are working either independently or together to regulate insulin sensitivity and resistance. The recent discovery of these proteins could be used in the research and treatment of diabetes in humans. Coming up, a fun way to get connected with the community with quality food products.
And we'll get a look at the weather as summer comes to an end and fall enters with our weatherman, Reese Holmes, next on Murrow News 8. The Pullman Farmers Market has entered its 14th season. According to the Pullman Farmers Market website, vendors are excited to share their products regardless of the weather. The market prioritizes farm fresh produce, grains, eggs, dairy, and baked goods. The market takes place on Wednesdays at 3:30 p.m. at the WSU Visitor Center.
A power outage in Oakdale left about 300 Avista utility customers with no power. The outage started this morning at 7 a.m., but the cause of the power outage is still under investigation. Power was restored at around 10 a.m. this morning. Well, today was the first day of fall, and it was a little cold and rainy, but it was also a little wet. So let's head over to Reese for the weather.
Thank you, Catherine. Just as you said, it was a little bit cold and rainy today, and it's still a little overcast if you look out your window. We experienced a nice high of 67, a little brisk, maybe cause for a windbreaker, with a low of 40 later tonight with a sprinkling of rain. Tomorrow we will be seeing some patchy fog in the morning. However, that will clear up and it will get nice and sunny and heat up to a nice 70 degrees. Later in the evening, we will be experiencing a low of 42, and we'll also be seeing some winds at around 11 miles per hour. Looking at the state forecast, we will be experiencing here in Pullman, as I said, 67 with a low of 40. Moving up to Spokane, they will be seeing a high of 74 with a low of 47, and it'll be nice and sunny there. Here in central Washington, they will be experiencing a lot of sun as well as some nice higher 80-degree temperatures. I love me an 80-degree day. Nice short sleeve weather with a low of 53. Yakima, Washington will be experiencing sun as well with a nice high of 78. Again, nice short sleeve weather and a low of 47 in the evening. Moving over to the west side in Seattle, they will be experiencing something similar to what we have over here. 68, maybe cause for a rain jacket over there, maybe a windbreaker, with a low of 56 in the evening. And Olympia will be seeing a high of 71. Moving on to the 5-day forecast. Tomorrow we will be seeing some sun with a nice high of 70 degrees and a low of 42. Moving on to Saturday for our football game, a nice high of 71, and we'll be seeing sun throughout next week with highs in the mid-70s and high 80s. And back to you at the desk.
Thank you, Reese. Coming up, Grady Glover will give us an update on Cougar football and its biggest matchup yet, plus the debut women's golf and Pac-12 conference play for women's soccer.
Minute break. Let me tell you about the toughest guy on earth. He does the work of 2 jobs, but only gets paid for one. He's tough enough to feed the man that gave him a lifetime of nourishment. He has the crazy strength to lift the man that raised him up without even flinching. That's right. No employee of the month bonus check here. This guy, no. This warrior will always be by his father's side, even if his dad will hardly remember. Good luck finding a gym to train for that. If this guy isn't the toughest guy on the planet, then I don't know who is. Caregiving is tougher than tough. Find the care guides you need at aarp.org/caregiving.
For sports, WSU football takes on number 15 Oregon this Saturday at 1 p.m. This is the first home game against Oregon that fans will be able to attend since College Game Day was here for this same matchup in 2018. Oregon has won the last 3 matchups, with WSU winning the 4 prior to that. Both in their first full seasons, head coaches Dickert and Lanning are known for their defense, a far cry from the Mike Leach and Chip Kelly offenses that fans are so used to. The Cougs are wearing their all-anthracite uniforms, which conveniently is the same uniform they won in 2018 when they beat the Ducks 34-20. There are only 500 tickets left for sale, so go get yours today, and we'll see you in Martin Stadium on Saturday. And speaking of Cougar football, a new face for WSU fans, but a familiar target for quarterback Cam Ward made his WSU debut last Saturday. Robert Farrell caught 3 passes for 68 yards, including a slant that he took up the middle of the field for 38 yards, seen here. Farrell said he hasn't practiced much this season, but getting back on the field felt just like normal.
It's great. I was really excited to get in there, and I'm glad Cam trusted me enough to throw me that ball. It's like, because I haven't been practicing, like you said, and stuff like that. It's just kind of muscle memory, so it felt very great to get in there and actually get my feet wet for a little bit. So.
Both Ward and Farrell transferred from Incarnate Ward in Texas this season, and Farrell was Ward's second leading receiver a year ago. Now, the WSU women's golf team started their season this last weekend in Wisconsin under new head coach Sophie Agard. The Cougs tied for 4th in the Badger Invitational, an improvement from last season where they placed 5th in the same tournament. And Coach Agard said that the 9-person roster is very competitive and fans can expect different lineups throughout the season. The Cougs will next be heading to Colorado for the Red Sky Invitational September 26th through the 28th. And finally, WSU soccer heads to Corvallis to start Pac-12 play against the Oregon State Beavers. WSU holds the all-time record against OSU, 18-10 with 3 ties. Junior standout Margie DeTrizio has scored 7 goals in the Cougs' first 8 matches and looks to bring that success into Pac-12 play. This is the Cougs' last game before they're back on Lower Soccer Field against Colorado next Thursday.
Thank you so much, Grady. Coming up, our beloved hot dog stand that we will serve your late night cravings next after the break. Munchies is opening for business this fall. College Hill favorite late night spot will be open from 9 p.m. to late Thursdays and Fridays for all day and for CFS.
I don't know about you guys. I always like a Munchies hot dog late at night.
Unfortunately, I can't have Munchies hot dogs, but I heard they're really, really good. So.
What about you, Reese?
I mean, I personally can't say I've had one myself, but I am excited to try.
You're excited to try?
I am excited
I
to
don't
try.
know, 1 p.m. kickoff, Oregon versus WSU. We win the game. I'm hoping we storm the field. What better way to kick that off than go to Munchies right after, you know?
Oh, it's always
a
a great.
think they're pretty
Absolutely.
busy after those games, right?
Oh, they have.
Especially the late
Oh,
night
they are.
kickoff.
No, every time I go by, there's always massive lines outside with people just wanting a great hot dog. So, and Dash Dog loves it too. So
Oh, okay.
well,
Well, if
Dash
he,
Dog
Everybody-
if,
loves
you know,
it.
if he loves it, then we all have to. love it,
everybody
right?
loves Dash Dog.
Right. Yeah.
What are you guys looking forward to the game this weekend?
Honestly, I just love that we're wearing all anthracite again. I mean, I mentioned it earlier, but I feel like when we wear all grays, we play just incredible.
I think they're probably the best looking uniforms, right?
I strongly
all
disagree,
gray.
but
when we
Strongly
beat-
disagree.
I
with the all
personally don't like
grays.
it.
With the all grays, all right.
all right. Thank you guys for watching. If you missed anything on this or any of our previous newscasts, you can always find our YouTube channel.
More news can be found at nwpb.org/mn8, and you can follow us on Facebook and Twitter. Have a good night.